I'm with Jumana Kaplanian from Phycology Spa. Now, Jumana, what is Phycology Spa?
Okay. Phycology Spa is a non-profit company for raising awareness of mental health through psychoeducation.
And when we started and why we started?
We started as a registered legal center in 2016. We started thinking about Phycology Spa in 2015. How I am a psychologist to start with. I had my MSc in psychology in 2014 in the UK at Oxford Brookes University in Oxford. So after I came back from UK, I was so excited, as anyone go outside and come back to their community, want to give back, want to do something different. I worked with several local and international organizations providing counseling and therapy to people affected by violence, to people struggling with different life stressors. But then while I was working, I found that there is a gap, that almost the majority of organizations are focusing on counseling and therapy and not giving much attention to the prevention side, or let's say to raising awareness of mental health. So people are scared and afraid to go to those organizations. They feel ashamed, or they don't want to be labeled as they have mental health problems. The institutions receive those people when they are only in critical situation, that they can't do much. So the psychologists in those organizations, they struggle to offer the help needed, because when you are in a severe case, it's difficult to deal with. So usually they put them on medication, and that's not the best choice for people to enjoy a better quality of life. So I was thinking, why not to work on the prevention side? Because prevention is better than cure. And why not to prevent those problems in the first case, or to make them less? And also to make people aware of the psychological needs, and it's important, like the physical needs, and that they need to take care of their psychological health, and also to be equipped with tools and skills to learn how to deal with, let's say, daily struggles, daily stressors. So that's how the idea came up in 2015.
So you were a young lady, leaving Bethlehem, going to Oxford, one of the best universities in the UK. What was that like, that experience?
To be honest, at that time it was very difficult, especially here, like women or young ladies to travel is not something easy. I always wanted to be independent and to succeed in psychology. It was not easy in terms of the culture difference, but then it adds to your knowledge, like the cultural knowledge, and also like mental health knowledge regarding other countries. So it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. If it's easy, everyone would do it. So that's why it's worth doing.
So that put a vision in your heart. So what sort of projects do you run here?
It put a vision on my heart because I saw the gap, and then while I was reading, because the good thing you learn in UK is the critical thinking and to think out of the box. So while I was reading the literature, I came up through the literary salons in the 18th century, when intellectuals and educated people were gathering to learn and inspire each other, and they were calling those salons spa for the mind. And then I was thinking, okay, psychology is studying the mind, and it's also spa for the mind, because you know how to treat your mind and your inner soul. So then I thought, okay, let's call it Phycology Spa, because it's spa for your mind, for your spirit, for psychological status.
What sort of projects do you do here?
Okay, the main thing is working with groups, providing them with skills and knowledge through something we call psychoeducation. You educate people about their mental status, about psychological issues, about how to enjoy a better quality of life. They learn basically basic life skills. So in groups, we have different tools. One of the tools is drama and therapy. We use drama and therapy with a specialist in drama to equip people with this tool to express emotions, to know more about their psychological status, to know more about mental health issues. We have also the individual sessions where we sit with, as a psychologist, to sit with an individual to provide support or only to provide a space, safe space, stigma-free place. And that's what is unique about Phycology Spa. It's a stigma-free place. So those sessions are not only for people who have mental problems. You can have daily struggles and come have someone to speak with without being labeled or stigmatized or without having judgment. So to work on the prevention side, you need to ventilate one by one without accumulating things. So this is the individual things. We have also movie nights at Phycology Spa where you watch a movie that might be watched in a cinema, but also this movie has a message or psychological messages where you negotiate with people in a small session after watching the movie. We also have outreach program where we go to institutions, organizations, provide our service to different groups, schools as well, because we want to work on social transformation, to make a social transformation regarding mental health. And if we want to do this, we need to do this with the younger age, with children, youth, teenagers. So, yeah.
Tell us a bit more about the schools you've gone to school.
Okay, we started the first summer camp. It was in 2017. It was having the first psychological station in the summer camp to talk about emotions, to know how to deal with different emotions. We did also topics about bullying because it's something needed in our community. So then we thought, why not volunteering to go to schools? And then we start with one school. Then the schools start calling us and asking. We go to schools. We, at the beginning, start the need of the group. Every time we have different topics regarding to the need of the school, of the class, or the grade, let's say. And then we teach them or taught them different things. For example, how to deal with stress, learning breathing and relaxation techniques, how to deal with low mood, how to deal with frustration, how to have better communication with self and others. So we have different things. And also I want to stress on the points that we do interactive learning. It's not only that they are lectured, they also have an active role in this teaching way.
Is that where you get the chance to do the theatre, and is that a good tool to share a message?
Now, after the corona pandemic, we did we used the drama and theatre thing in schools to encourage students and kids to express emotions, to express their frustration, their fears, and then we talk about the psychological things. Yes, theatre and drama is very much used in schools because it's a way, non-traditional way, artistic way to express, rather than putting this child or kid or teenager in front of you and start asking him things. It's a better way to express and deal with issues.
Is working with women a very important area because that's the foundation of the family?
Yes, working with women, empowering women is very essential because, as you mentioned, it's the foundation of the family. And also because women in the past years didn't take their role as they want to, because they were always put in a box where they are only the housewife. And women are, they are professional in multitasking things. So they can have also a role in the community and beside to their role as a housewife. Yeah.
How easy is it to get people to open up and talk about situations and problems?
It's not easy, and that's why we are here in Phycology Spa, at Phycology Spa, because here we provide a safe and stigma-free place where people can come and don't be afraid to come in. So I can see that since we opened this center a month ago, I told you, since 6 years we are registered, but since 1 month we were able to open our location and unique oasis, let's say. We call it an oasis because we have, you see, the outdoor space, the small fountain, we have the green plants and things. So here, people, when they enter our center, they feel they can talk and express. They trust our work.
Do you have to build a trust that has to be established first before people will really talk to you?
For sure. And trust is built when you come into the center and see it's a relaxed place. Trust that it's built when they see our previous work since six years and it's successful. Trust is built when they come and they see that whatever they say is confidential, and they see our skills and expertise. Yeah.
Do you have people struggling with suicidal thoughts?
Yes, and sadly to say, teenagers, especially after the pandemic, because it added so much stress. And when you are younger, you are not having the enough skills and knowledge to deal with different stressors. Yeah. But to say this is not only to Palestinian people, this can be found worldwide, and every community or country has its own unique or different problems regarding to the different kind of stressors they are going through.
Is suicide a big thing here in the Palestinian areas?
The most common problems are, let's say, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and depression leads to suicide. So, yeah, it's common but hidden under different names. You can't suicide here, and when you think about suicide, you try to make it in a way that it's acceptable because you think about your family. So, because we are family people, we are social, we have those social ties and also religious ties. People try to avoid suicide because they have faith, they are religious, they know it's haram, it's forbidden. So that's the good thing about having those ties. But still, people sometimes, when they are going through so much stress, they think about suicide, and it's something that we can see a lot with youth and teenagers because they don't have the needed skills yet. And that's what we work here at Phycology Spa, to equip them with knowledge and skills to find other choices to deal with their pain.
Are you seeing any psychological pattern in Palestinian society?
Anxiety. Being anxious is the most common thing, and depression. Why? Because we are anxious about future. We are insecure as Palestinians. Everything is not clear in terms of the political side, economic side, social situation. We are insecure. And also, depression because our past is not, let's say, is full with so much pain. But still, to be positive and to be logical and honest, we have big resiliency. We are resilient people, and you see people that do something great out of this struggle.
Are there barriers and stigmas that need to be broken down?
Yes, mental health related stigma and being labeled, especially after a diagnosis. If you are diagnosed, let's say when you are a child, autism, or you are diagnosed with depression or anxiety or whatever, you are labeled, and this might lead to many social problems. Like, for example, if it's a woman, it might have a problem to get married. If you are a child, you might have less work or youth, less work opportunities. So we still have a huge stigma related to mental health, and that's why we are here.
Do you work with the disabled?
Sure, Phycology Spa is for everyone, and we believe that psychology is for everyone. We honestly tried since the beginning of renovating this center to make this place accessible to people with disability. But honestly, for financial reasons, we are unable up to this moment. But hopefully, in the soon future, we can do something that we make this center accessible to people suffering from disability. We believe that people with disability are like any other people. They deserve to be included in all activities. And yes, we offer our services. Nowadays, if someone asks for our services, we go to them, we reach them. But we hope that they can reach us and make our center accessible to them.
Are you seeing lives changed? Do you have stories of lives changed?
Yes. I don't want to talk about stories from the past. I want to talk about stories since we opened the center, since 1 month. I don't want to say life change stories, but you can see an impact. You can see even a minor change in the behavior of people. When people trust you, when people feel safe, they open up and they tell you please take my hand and let's do this together. And I can still hear the voices of a mother who told me, I can see a change in the personality of my daughter. I can see a huge difference, and I'm so thankful. And honestly, that's something that makes us continue with whatever we are doing.
Why do you do what you do?
Because I love people. I love to be with people. One day I needed help, and today I'm offering help. I believe that as a human being, we are here for each other to make life easier. When you are alone, life is tougher. When you have someone, you share problem, and when a problem is shared, it's much more fun, let's say. Yeah.
What's your prayer for the future of the organization?
I dream that we can make an impact and leave footprints regarding mental health in Palestine, and maybe have different branches for Phycology Spa worldwide. I dream that the new generation will accept mental health as they accept physical health, and we talk about it freely without any embarrassment or taboos, let's say. And one day, hopefully, we have a manual for life, Phycology Spa manual for life, that can be in schools, and they teach life basic skills, or they teach mental health to our new generation.
And what's your Facebook page for people who'd like to know more?
Our Facebook page is Phycology Spa. We have an official website, www.phycologyspa.com.
Okay, Jumana, thank you very much.
Thank you.